Hey everybody, welcome to another good e-reader review video. My name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Today we are going to check out the HP Slate 7. This is the brand new Android tablet that is hopefully a little bit better than the woeful HP touchpad. Hopefully in the end that this will enjoy a longer lifespan. What is the most exciting factor about this tablet? Well, on the front it looks pretty well like every other Android tablet on the market. Black sides, gunmetal on the sides. I think that looks unique. Look at the back. I mean, that's fairly distinctive, and as you can see, it has the Beats Audio labeling on there. But there's one interesting thing about Beats Audio.
We're not quite sure if it has Beats Audio on the external speakers, because when we go to the settings, and we'll show you guys this first, when you go to the settings on the device and go to the Beats Audio, it really only gives you settings for headphones. Beats On-Ear, which are the studio ones, Beats In-Ear, and then Beats Passive. The speakers don't really reflect the same quality as, say, the external speakers on the HTC One. So it looks like its compatibility relies on you having Beats Audio headphones plugged into the device.
Yeah, so what this means is that you're not going to get the lush Beats Audio coming out of the stereo speakers that are actually on the bottom of this. Instead, you will have to have the proprietary headphones to really get the most out of it. Let's give you some specs. It's a 7-inch tablet. Resolution is 1024 by 600. Is a dual-core 1.6 gigahertz processor, 1 gig of RAM, 8 gigs of internal storage, a front-facing 0.3 megapixels camera, and a 3 megapixel rear-facing camera. Battery life, 5 hours.
Not the best.
No.
Not the best. Usually on tablets, especially 7 inches, you usually get at least 9.
On paper, this really isn't anything to write home about. We've seen plenty of tablets with higher resolution in a 7-inch class.
Right.
The camera is pretty standard. You know, you get that VGA front-facing that should be fairly adequate for Skype and video conferencing and things like that.
Right.
Rear-facing 3 megapixel, again, it's pretty well the standard for your run-of-the-mill Android tablet. Nothing really exciting about it.
Yeah. Nice backing though, feels really good. Offers a decent amount of grip. You have the nice shiny HP symbol there. Beats Audio, twin speakers at the bottom, micro USB for charging and transferring data. You have the volume up and down. You have the camera. You also have the power button, along with the micro SD card up to 32 gigs, and the 3.5mm headphone jack for your Beats.
For the Beats. Okay, we're going to look at the software side of things here. It is, of course, a fully Google certified device. This means that you'll have Google Play, Chrome, Gmail, Google Maps, and everything else built right into the system. So you can access hundreds of thousands of paid apps from the Play Market, Google Music, and all of that jazz. Of course, being good e-reader, it's important to us that we use this tablet as a pure e-reading device. So we're going to look at how newspapers, magazines, comics, eBooks, and everything else, how it performs, because more people now more than ever are turning to tablets to consume their media. So first of all, we'll go in chronological order. We'll look at newspapers first.
So we're going to open up Press Reader. You can see here it's zoomed in. We can show you how it looks when it's zoomed out. Obviously very unreadable. You'd want to double tap to really get into anything. From there, you see anything that's highlighted in blue, you can actually click on that, and it becomes more of an e-book, e-reading experience. You can see here it looks just kind of like an e-book. And it goes article to article in that particular newspaper. And then you can go back to page view.
Yeah, and it has certainly elements such as being able to read the newspaper aloud to you. One of the benefits about an app like this for your newspapers is that you can get that pure ebook experience that allow you to change the text and everything like that. There's Smart Flow, and you could see there's support and oppose. So you could actually, do you agree with the article or don't you agree? It adds a little bit of social media. It has local ads, classifieds, the Sunday funnies, and everything else. So it is a solid tablet. You could either read these newspapers in landscape or portrait mode. For the sake of this video, we're going to film everything in landscape mode just because it comes across a little bit better on the screen.
Right.
Okay.
This is Press Reader.
Let's exit that and we'll check out how magazines look via Zinio.
So this is a magazine using the Zinio app, and you can see here, just zoom in here a bit. Oh, click on read, and then after it shows up, should be able to dive right into the issue. There we go. So you can pinch and zoom. This thing does get a little bit pixelated when you pinch and zoom really close, but it handles it as well as it can.
Yeah, I mean, it's the low resolution of the tablet that's the biggest barrier.
So you can see here everything looks really crisp and clear. Colors pop. There's this gentleman's face. So with this app, you can read thousands and thousands of magazines on pretty much any device. So that's the beauty of utilizing Zinio.
Okay, so magazine experience, fair to midland. I think when it comes to more graphic heavy content, you will be limited to the resolution 1024 by 600.
Right.
Nothing to write home about at all, but the price is right.
Right, it's about $179 in store. Canadian price, of course. I think in the UK it's 129 euros or pounds. But it's not gonna break the bank getting this tablet, but it's priced where it needs to be, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, so this has been the magazine experience. Let's look at how comic books look.
We're going to open up Marvel, and you can see here that this is a Captain America comic. And Cable's there too. So
Cable's one of my favorites.
And you got this panel view or
see, this doesn't actually look that bad because comics aren't too graphic intensive. You know, you don't need amazing resolution for it to look good, like a fashion magazine designed to be super high resolution. Comic book tends to look good on lower resolution devices.
So this one looks really good. I mean, there's pretty much no complaints. Of course, you can read the full page, and comics have always been catered towards portrait view. I mean, it's always been like that, but when you get the full page spreads like that, it starts to look really good in landscape, especially when you find, you know, wider frames like these ones. They fill the screen perfectly.
Yeah.
Hulk and Wolverine, nice. And Grandpa Hulk.
I think that's like a futuristic Wolverine and a futuristic Hulk.
He's getting gray, yeah?
He is.
A little bit stressed out.
Well, I guess if your whole life is
full of green, monstrous, raging anger, you're bound to get some gray hairs.
Exactly. It's just funny because like I never really saw Hulk with a beard before, but Old Man Hulk, he kind of bypassed the black beard and went straight to a gray beard. Straight
to gray. Didn't have facial hair when he was regular Hulk.
I guess so.
Clean shaven.
Yeah, I guess he was more of a baby face. All right. So obviously, I think that the HP Slate 7 does a really good job with comics. And I'd say if you're heavily invested in comic books, manga, and things like that, you may want to take a look at this. Obviously, the price is right. Okay.
See how far out it could go with the Surface.
We're going to check out the Amazon Kindle app because this is a pure ebook reading experience.
So this is a book we have on our corporate account here. And, I mean, there's not too much to say about an e-reading app because, you know, if the resolution's there and the colors, you know, I mean, there's nothing much going on. It's an Amazon app. You can do things like change the text size and borders, and you can do 2-column if you'd like to make it look more like a spread. Change the theme so you can make it look kind of like that. It doesn't have any page animations like it does on iOS, but it's still very nice.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to your standard e-reading app, whether you're using Kobo, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Sony, or a third-party app such as Aldico or Moon Plus Reader, you're going to enjoy most of the same functionality. You could change the size of the text, highlights, annotations, look words up in the dictionary, and so on. We're just showing you the Kindle just for the sake of showing you a app, but this will handle any app perfect. Google Play has tons of apps, and if you find that that's not good enough for you, you could download the Good e-Reader app store, where we mainly focus on e-reading and comic and magazine apps. So you could usually find more apps on our app store geared towards that sort of thing than you can with Google itself. Well, this has Beats Audio. How does the external speaker sound, and is it comparable to anything else in the market? Let's run a quick audio test and give you a sense on how the music sounds.
Now, note that, as we said at the beginning of the video, the internal speakers seems to be where the Beats Audio capabilities are, whereas the external speakers don't really have the same quality as it would if you were to put in a Beats Audio headphone set. So we'll let you listen to this and you guys can judge for yourself. Now, I mean, it sounds good, but I think it was, yeah, when we switched this Beats Audio off and on, it sounded a little more tin canny with it off and a lot more rich with it on. But it's kind of a big difference than what we heard with, say, the HTC One, because that one had Beats Audio, and when we played that, it didn't sound like any other cell phone we've ever used. But this one kind of, we can pick out other tablets we've heard that kind of sound like this. So yeah, it's really hard to say. I would probably, like, when we did a lot of our online research going into this review, a lot of people said, and these are prominent websites, where, it's internal, it's not external. I have a feeling that they're just using, when you turn it on, some little tweak for like the EQ. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like it's an EQ setting, and it's not like the full Beats Audio external speaker experience. Right. So if you're looking for a tablet to substitute for an old boombox, or this one wouldn't really fill the room with sound. I mean, it's rather quiet as well. So yeah. So don't be taken by the Beats Audio promotional value. You do need like the $400 headphones in order to really get everything out of this. Or maybe plug it into those external $500 Beats boom boxes, or the Beats Pill, that new kind of mini external speaker. You need some sort of Beats product to get the 100% Beats quality out of this tablet. Yeah, and if you're going to do that, you might as well get like a Beats Audio phone. Exactly, because then you just have it through the speakers itself. Yeah, and the footprint is smaller, but you could still do the headphones and everything like that. So in the end, it's about $170 US. It's not going to break the bank. It's certainly one of those types of investments where this is a low to mid-range tablet. All of the specs are pretty basic. It's not quad core, it's dual core. Right. The cameras are kind of weak. It's not the most current version of Android, but if you do only certain things with this, you should be fine. If you're just playing games, if you're reading ebooks, if you're reading comics, you should be good. If you're doing a lot of image heavy content like magazines and things like that, you may be let down by this. What are your final thoughts? I think it's an alright tablet. I agree with you when it's in the sense where it says, hey, it's got Beats Audio, but they're not really specifying that you need a Beats Audio pair of headphones to really utilize that. So I think it's not, I mean, that grabbed me initially, but I mean, now that I kind of know, and we've talked to a bunch of people, we kind of know better. Other than that, there's not much to say about it. I mean, it's just a standard tablet. I mean, it has a small amount of storage with an SD card. It's got Google certification. It's just it's just another tablet. I mean, you have a couple things like HP ePrint, because it is an HP device and HP makes a whole bunch of printers, but I mean, it's just not enough for me to really want to go out and buy this. I wouldn't be knocking at Future Shop's door, right in the morning before they open to really grab one of these. It doesn't seem there's a lot there for me, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like this tablet stands out at all in a crowded tablet marketplace. And the only thing that has going for it is Beats. And if sound quality is important to you for Beats only in ear, then I would say go for it. That's the hyping factor behind this. Everything else is standard laissez-faire. It's just like Pete said. It's just an Android tablet. It's nothing really to write home about. But if you're looking for something cheap and cheerful to pick up that doesn't lock you into a particular ecosystem, like it's about the same price now as the Amazon Kindle HD or maybe the Barnes & Noble Nook HD, but they're proprietary. They lock you into their ecosystems.
Exactly.
This is a little bit more agnostic. You could install the Goody Reader app. You could download whatever you want from Google Play. You can sideload your own apps. So it plays friendly. This tablet may be useful to some people, just not to me. So
absolutely.
You've checked out a review of the HP Slate 7, the new Android tablet from HP. Leave a comment on this video. Let us know what you think, and we'll address all the questions and concerns. So for GoodyReader.com, my name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.